Oh.
All right.
Hey. All right, that's enough of that.
What's going on, everybody? I don't know if that's
Yes,
that's old Jesus.
Yes, sir.
That's that TM101 Jesus. That old G. You know, he all living life now. Hey, welcome to the show. It's the Crush Man on this Thursday. Shout out to our guy last week for stepping in. Big, the big fella took over for big fella. Shout out to him.
Going Corey Long, man. Y'all Leo, man. Y'all Leos, man. Y'all something else, man.
We special, boy. Hey, we special, man.
Y'all something else, man. It's all good, though. It's all
It's
good.
a lot of us too. It's a lot. I ain't know that many, man.
I always forget during the time every day. All your social media give you updates.
Yeah.
On birthdays, you like, man, 15 people got birthday today.
I was like, she was born today. I was like, dang, man, it's a lot of people born in this during time.
I ain't telling all y'all happy birthday.
Tell you a lot of stuff was going on around September, October, and November, and December.
We know what all of you's parents was doing. We know what all of they would do. We know.
Hey man, we doing what we do, man. We catching up with y'all. We've seen everything, man. I know there's so much to talk about. Shout out to all the people out there. Rona is in the headlines so much these days. We definitely gonna jump into it. So make sure let's not wait, man. Let me go ahead and start. Hey, if y'all out there listening, share the show, man. Share it to some people. We got comments already coming in. What's up, Smitty? Hey, prayers to you, Smitty, and your family, brother. You know, I saw the post you did today, man. So Smitty, prayers to you and your family today, man. And take care of yourself and your family. But yeah, dog, we have a lot going on and we got to talk about it. So make sure we start the thing off, man. Start it off.
So the Big Ten, the Pac-12, they held hands and they decided, you know what? We're not going to have a football season. Power Fives are listed. It's down to the Power Three now. Your thoughts, Emmanuel Glaze?
I don't know. I've been thinking about this back and forth. You know, I've been listening to a lot of the people I respect. Let me put it like that. And I get it. A lot of people are wanting to play the game. It just seemed unorganized, man. That's been my problem. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like it's been that thing. And also, when that whole money thing came out with those players in the Pac-12 was talking about we want to cut. Then a few teams were like, we ain't finna get no cuts out, bro. So let's hold off on that. I think the ACC I think the Big 12 and the SEC gonna play. The ACC, I'm kind of got an eye on to see what they're gonna do. They trying to stick in there.
You got the good eye on them. You got the good eye on them.
Yeah. But because of one team, and let's be real about the ACC. Outside of Florida State, that won about when Jimbo was there. They ain't really put out but another one strong team. That's Clemson. Everybody else, and Wake Forest, Duke, those are basketball, and the North Carolinas and Georgia Tech. Home team. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So there's only been one team that's been a powerhouse, but what a powerhouse, a two-time champion over the last 4 years. They are really a powerhouse. So you want to continue that power. But I got my eye on ACC. I think the SEC going to bull through. There's too much money, too much power through the SEC. They already want to break away themselves. Big 12, Texas, Oklahoma. That's football country. They already said that. So I can expect those two. I think at least those two. And they may pull an ACC, but I think it's going to be 2 and 3. And it's going to be 2-2 and a possible, like a bass spade hand with the ACC. So I'm looking forward to see what they do with this all. But I think the SEC and SEC and Big 12 will play. ACC, we're going to be waiting to see. I'm still got my eye on them. Another one that we haven't talked about. I'm still interested to see what the Sun Belt do.
Yeah,
that's what Georgia State. They haven't said anything yet, and I've been watching that a lot. And I saw a post today from Coach Elliott about we trying to play. So I'm looking at them. We saw what happened with the Big South with Kennesaw State. and them saying it, but I'm just kind of paying attention to a lot of these schools. But out of the Big Five, I think the SEC Big 12 play, and I'm going to keep my eye on the ACC. That's the one I'm trying to look at. What's your thoughts, bro?
So you and I have had this conversation on several occasions. It's apparent that the Power Fives do not need the NCAA. Where is the NCAA in all of this?
Boy, they quiet, ain't they?
No, they're super quiet. This is what we know, brother Emmanuel. The money is the motive, as young Lil Wayne would always say. If you go look at the TV contracts of these schools are not giving this money back, Glaze. It's a reason they continue to build these crazy facilities. They're putting flat screen TVs in everybody's locker. Listen, they tell these schools to spend all of the money. Okay, if we bring in $100 million, spend all of it, because next year we got another $100 million coming again. The model of college football, listen, Glaze, you and I have talked about this on numerous occasions. The business model of college athletics is flawed.
Right.
It's time for us to stop. I was telling Edis on Tuesday. It's time for us to stop using the term student athlete. These guys are college athletes. Because again, go tell your coach at one of these Power 5 schools. Go tell your coach that, I got a lab at 4:00 for my major. What do you think, Emmanuel Glaze? Could you explain to the people what your coach is gonna say when you say you got a class when it's time for you to be at the football facility?
We played in the SIAC. Coach Greg said you better not schedule any classes after 3:00. 3:00, we could if you didn't get an English class in between 8 and 2, you didn't get an English class that semester. You had to wait till the spring. That's coaches don't want to hear, Coach, I got a chemistry lab. I needed to graduate. Guess what? You coming in the summer, because in the fall, we don't play that. 3:00 is my time. Coaches know that.
All my time. From 3 to 10, your ass is mine.
3 to 10 and some 6:00. So imagine us make sure SIAC in the 90s when Coach Greg would look at us and say, you better not have a class at 3:00 after 3:00.
You don't want to play football.
Coach, I got this math class. You better not have it after 3. Guess what? I'm taking early childhood education because that's the only class I could get at that time before 3, because I could do the math class after 3 because Coach said. And that's at our level in an hour day. Can you imagine with the millions and billions? These coaches ain't. Look, man, I'm glad you said that about the student athlete. I'm glad you, Eric, brought it up, because y'all got to look, man. This is if all they get paid a scholarship. People don't understand this. This is the difference in getting a chemistry full ride academic scholarship and an athletic full ride scholarship. It's two different athletic scholarships, because now the chemistry will get you a nice little stipend from a few donors. The athletic will get you money from CBS, SEC, AC, ESPN. This is big bank talking little bank right here.
Big bank. Look, so Glaze, real quick, I just want you to describe the people. I'm gonna set the scene, and I want you to describe to the people the impact that we're talking about. So you and I were able to cover the Clemson Georgia Tech opening game of the season. All the guys are warming up. The crowd is all, and Trevor Lawrence takes the field. Take it away, Emmanuel Glaze. Could you just describe the atmosphere for everybody once Trevor Lawrence took the field?
You always hear when you go to a concert. Let's go to a concert, or if you're a wrestling fan and you hear a wrestler come out the back and you ain't expecting him. Me and Maceo was sitting in the booth talking, and we just hear this roar come out of the crowd. And all I see is a guy coming out doing this with his hair, and it's flying around. And I'm like, oh, my God, what just happened? It's Trevor Lawrence. He comes out. People rush the field almost trying to get out there on the field because of his star power. And you best believe there's a reason. And I have to say this because I love these kids, that certain kids went out and posted tweets about playing. That ain't just, hey, they want to do that. It's a reason certain kids tweeted about they want to play. This is bigger. In the famous word, what did Nino Brown say in court?
It's bigger than Nino Brown. It's bigger than
what did he say in court, Mason? It's bigger than Nino Brown.
bigger than Nino Brown, man.
This thing is huge, man. And look, think about this, Mason. Also, I want your thoughts on this. Fans won't be there. Parents won't be there. Staff can't be there. So what's the only thing that's still going? The contract, TV. That's the only thing that's keeping them wanting to play, and just tell you how much that money is, bro.
Glaze. And see, this is what people don't understand.
First of all, wait. I don't like this photo. I gotta change. I gotta go to. I'm going to work out, man. Your neck all small and shit. You looking all like you ain't ate in a few days. Kale
first of all, Reggie Ball Senior cussed me out today. We got into it today.
I'm sorry. I just looking at y'all like, damn, man, don't even look the same in there, man. He got this medium shirt on. He buying a whole
yeah, man. I got
go ahead, man. I had to see that.
So this is the part people don't want to hear, but I'm going to tell you because I mean it's the truth. The Pac-12 and Big Ten don't have major outlets the way the SEC, the ACC, and the Big 12. And I'm going to say this once again, everybody. Texas has their own TV channel. They don't need nobody. They don't need nobody. The gift that Notre Dame is giving the ACC, we're going to allow you guys to kind of partake in a little bit of this NBC money that we get. We keep all to ourselves. This thing is so big, Glaze, and you say this all the time. I love when you use this, man, because it makes so much sense. I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man. Yeah. This what all of this comes down to, Glaze. Like the SEC has basically almost $1 billion on the line that they've already they've already signed. They've already taken the money, Glaze. University of South Carolina just spent $56 million on a upgrade on their facility because they look up the road up 26 and they see that Clemson has a $50 million facility.
50. Famous word 50.
This is crazy. And people are not giving this money back, dog. Can you imagine going and tell the president at Georgia, hey, that $66 million SEC TV money, we need to write that check back.
No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
That money spent.
Yeah. And y'all realize, I think like what Maceo said, that is a great point. Disney is behind the ACC network and the
ABC, baby.
ABC, ESPN, Disney money. And you brought up NBC Universal with NBC and Notre Dame, and now you're talking the Big 12. Texas got their own network, which means Oklahoma and them and playing on ABC. So ESPN has a big thing to do with this. They won't mention it. They like to say that they ain't got nothing to do with this, but this is a lot of Disney money that they're talking. CBS, they all up in here too. Viacom and CBS, they in this. These are big networks. The Big Ten have their own network, but I don't know who powers it. I apologize. Right. I don't know who powers it. And the Pac-12, look, man, they come on at midnight. Am I staying up at midnight on the East Coast? And it's funny that y'all see who the power is, all East Coast teams. That's the power that's still remaining. That power is East Coast South. And that's, you know what I'm saying? And so it's those three. That's why ACC, when you said, and you know what, you kind of just cleared up my waiver with them. Oh, they playing because of Notre Dame. When you said Notre Dame, I forgot about that piece. They playing, bro. You're confident we'll be playing this year.
This is a one-time shot to kind of cut into Notre Dame. But listen, Notre Dame don't have to shut a pot with nobody, Glaze.
Thank you. Nobody. Joshua Cox said Big Ten is powered by Fox. Thank you with that, because that's different. Fox Sports is okay, but it ain't ESPN. It's not ESPN. It ain't CBS. It's not no NBC. It's three major networks. Fox is getting there. Fox is in there, but we're talking about when sports talk.
Right.
It's three major, bro, and it's those. So I say you brought up a good one. That Notre Dame it will be three teams playing. And who would be the competition? You know, NBA is playing down in a bubble by themselves. The Major League Baseball is in a bubble. Yeah. People want to see these college sports, bro, and it's going to be, we got those schools.
No, people are fiending college football, and this is the funny part about this, Glaze. And again, it's hard to have these and so I don't have these conversations with a lot of people because they just look at the surface and they don't understand like this goes deeper than what you're posting and what you're tweeting. Listen, these presidents, these chancellors, these ADs, they know what's at stake. And so think about this, Glaze. The SEC, the ACC, and the Big 12 are getting a gigantic recruiting bump.
Yeah.
Because they're basically going to be able to tell kids, hey, we survived the pandemic. Well, what the Big Ten do? What the Pac-12 do? And oh, by the way, outside of Ohio State, what Big Ten school really has a legitimate chance to win a natty?
Yeah.
Come on, man. They tuck a tail around. And let's add this too as well, Emmanuel. Michigan and all these schools, they're going to still practice. We're still holding practices. We're not playing any games, but we're still going to practice. Just think about this, Glaze. Remember when we first started covering Kennesaw State and all of the athletes we talked about the difficulties in trying to stay focused, knowing you weren't going to play no game,
right,
but trying to get to practice and everything and just focusing in, knowing that I don't have no game to look forward to on Saturday.
Right.
Come
and
on,
they taking some huge gambles about spring football. That's
not happening. Everybody stop. That's not happening.
Rough. Y'all got to realize that's too much because now spring brings in the big boys, the NFL, because the NFL want to get their talent.
They're going to get their talent.
They're going to get their talent. So if you ain't playing, they're going to be like, I watch you during the spring, but we got to get our players. And you expecting a lot from the NFL to move their NFL draft, to move some recruiting. That's a lot to ask. Their pro days, their scouting days. You're expecting a lot from the NFL to move that.
Question, Emmanuel Glaze. Mm-hmm. Question for you, sir. Didn't the NFL stay on course with their combine, the draft, and everything during this pandemic?
There's been one league that hasn't changed. We won't let fans in the stadiums, but guess what? Our schedule look tight. Oh yeah, we'll cut the preseason. We talking about cutting that anyway. Well, guess what? Ain't changed. Our schedule is still the same.
So for all of y'all who think the NFL gonna say, you know what? Let's wait till the spring to scout these guys. Boy, stop.
Which is gonna be very interesting. I think this will be 2020 for those two conferences, man. And look, I get it, man. I'm all about safety, bro. Because I'm always, and me and Macy have been talking about this for 6 years. We have told y'all to quit saying student athlete. Stop. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. They are professional athletes on a scholarship that don't get paid. Mm-hmm. That is what they are, because they bring. If you don't talk thousands of dollars with NCAA football. You don't talk millions of dollars. You talk billions.
Billions. With a B, everybody.
When you talk billions, hey,
it changed the whole landscape.
Just what they are.
It changed the whole landscape.
Hey, I didn't bring Justin Fields in to be the 4.0 chemistry student. I brought Justin Fields to be my quarterback of the team.
He has one job, everybody. He needs
I need you to pass.
You need to put us in the best position possible to be in this 4.
Yes.
Because if we're in the 4, that means that we're the elite of elite in college football. And now he won't get the chance to do that. And Ryan Day, letter to Ryan Day, stop. Pablo and Justin looking at you like, play football in the spring. Yeah, all right. I'll be in Arizona. Deuces, my 2 backups. Good luck, y'all, man. It's y'all show now. It's y'all show.
Y'all playing. They said while they playing, Justin gonna be doing this with his hands, trying to get it back. He getting his hand ready for that 40.
But
he getting his hand ready.
Dude, don't think he ain't already got agents on speed out on
Oh
yeah.
It is a huge gamble. I get it. I get that, but when I saw those 3 conferences, like, it's bigger than Nino Brown, baby. This ain't. I love the kids, man, but it's bigger than Nino Brown, and it's not like You better believe also Clemson walked in and looked at all the Wake Forests and all that. Said, hey, don't y'all vote on that. Y'all know we bringing in checks when we win championships. Don't y'all vote on that.
Y'all all win. Yeah, we all win. When I win, we all win.
Yeah, that little Final Four is cute, but when we bring no national championship football checks, those are different checks for the ACC. So we'll vote for everybody. That's what Clemson told them. We'll vote for y'all. Don't even worry about it. Just keep practicing. We'll take care of it.
Ride our back, baby. Ride our back, baby. Collect this check this year.
Yeah. Then Notre Dame walked in and say, "Oh yeah, we the other vote." Okay, everybody else, we'll see y'all this fall. Because when Notre Dame walked in with the ABC check, they were like, "Okay,
get to work. Hey, go to practice." That was go to practice.
They ain't missed the practice yet. I get it. We look at the Georgia Tech. They always talking about out there and having press conferences. I'm like, dang, Georgia Tech going 100 miles per hour because they know this big money, man. This big money.
All gas, no brakes, my dog. All gas, no brakes.
I want to ask you this though about this May show. How do they do the national championship? That's the stuff I haven't heard. If these three conferences do play, how do they do it? I mean, because somebody will still want. You can be your conference champion is cool. But you still want the big boy. You want that nice thing. And you better believe they're going to find a way to sneak something in there or call them a champion or whatever.
I'm going to reply to this like this, Glade. I'm going to ask you a question, sir. I'm going to ask you a question. Name me a Pac-12 school that's worthy of playing for the national championship.
Why you got to go there, man? Why you got to bring the Pac-12 up, man?
Okay. Eliminate them. Okay. Let's take Ohio. Take Ohio State out of the Big Ten picture. Name me a school in the Big Ten that can compete for a national championship this year.
Hey, Kaki say he got a squad. Kaki tell us every year he got a squad that can compete. I mean, he 0 for what, 5? But anyway, it don't matter. He got some nice khakis, though. He tell us he got one.
Okay. SEC, how many schools do you legitimately have an opportunity to win national championship?
I'm looking at least 3.
At least 3.
Look, Auburn is always that wild card we don't know about, but we know 3 strong. We know 3 strong. We know.
Okay, Big 12. You have a national championship contender in Oklahoma every year.
Yeah, but who the other one, man? Is Texas close? Is Herman got them close?
No.
But they got their own network, though, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, their own network. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? There you go. So, we can have a national championship without the Pac-12 and the Big Ten.
Which asks me my next question. I know Ryan said one thing, but is it any rumors? They might have killed it. I might have missed this in the article, but the Big Ten, Ohio State ain't trying to do a little bucking and slipping out and seeing they can join one.
They say they want to buck, but here we go again, Eglade, and I'm gonna use one of the skits from one of my favorite groups, the Locks. If you remember, they have a skit on their album, "We Are the Streets," Jay jerking and tying people up in that paperwork and dog.
Yeah.
These contracts so ironclad, dude. So hey, Nebraska, Scott Frost, go ahead and play you a schedule. Go ahead and play. Go ahead and make you another schedule. Guess what? You won't see no money. You won't see a dime, dude. No, these contracts are ironclad, man.
Yeah,
listen, it sounds good to get your fan base all in an uproar and we're gonna play. Yeah, okay.
Smitty brings up a good point. I will say this, Smitty, and I really say this. Can Ohio State play in the SEC? They can play, but I don't think people it's going to be as easy as everybody think it is. I saw people say they'll run through the SEC. Y'all got to realize that's physical football every week, man. You can play Kentucky on a bad day if you want to. They'll be the reason why you didn't win a national championship. Or Vanderbilt, they got some studs coming up there. So, yeah, they can compete because they got the talent. Ohio State is always top-notch talent, best in the country. You know, when you got somebody like a Justin Fields, heck yeah, you can compete.
Right.
But, it won't be as easy as a lot of people say. Yeah, nobody want Nebraska or Marlin. Yeah, nobody want Nebraska.
Nah. But listen, shout out to Scott Frost and all his bravado. I feel you, Scott Frost. You got an eighth year quarterback Martinez, I mean, how many more years can Martinez play college football? I swear he'd have been on campus since 2000.
You keep looking, be like, yo, he's still there. How did they
He's
get
still
eligibility?
there.
How you keep getting eligibility? He must got Cecil as his SID. Cecil's our own SID guy back in the day. Boy, I saw some players. I was like, how is he still playing? We used to have some players on our team. I don't know how he did it, but Cecil's a bad brother, but he's a bad man.
Cecil hated on me on my 5th year so bad, man.
Cecil was like SID.
Got a 5th year season. I can't get a 5th year season. Say, but you started as a freshman. Boy, get out of here.
I used to see people, boy. I'd be like, man, you left for 4 years and you still got 2 years.
He got another year.
Fred played for 8 years, man. I still Lane. All I'm calling y'all out, man.
Listen, Lane had 7 years of eligibility now. I promise.
Lane would leave for 2 years, come back and play 2 years. I'm like, some ain't had enough. You were playing with some vets, man. You know, Coach Foster was playing with you, man. God dang.
Shout out to Champ. Champ had a hot plate in his room. Champ was cooking 4-star meals in his room. Listen, this is how crazy black college football is, y'all. Champ was a very good football player, great outside linebacker at Morris Brown. Champ also had a full-time job at Benny Hunters, and Champ was stealing food from Benny Hunters and bringing it to the dorm. And Champ was cooking 4-star meals, like a lot of times for that second hallway in our dorm at Hickman.
Yeah.
Ooh, you smell stuff come out of Champ room. You like, bro, I'm going to eat Champ. I ain't going to the Cab Dog. Champ got shrimp. He got
with a hot plate. He cook it all there. And if I stayed with him, we moved to SAQ that time. Champ would be working out at 2 in the morning. He had a full weight set in his little room too. I don't know how Champ had a hot plate, a full weight room, all in about a 6x8 room that were real small, but he had all that in the room.
And Champ participated in all extracurricular activities and still balled out on Saturday.
You know what made me mad? I think Champ played 2 years after I left. I saw Champ on the roster. I need some questions asked. How did Cecil get in that man years? I think Champ played 2 years after I left.
But I couldn't get no 5th year. Get out of here, man. Get out of here.
I'm sorry, y'all. We bringing up some old wounds. We bringing up some old wounds. We wanted the extra year. We couldn't get it, but some people got 7-8 years. You know,
I done practiced the whole week with under the new Joe Redman regime. Cecil say,
I thought I was gonna play for Crosby because Coach Meek was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get you out there." And Cecil like, "No." I was like, "No, hey, Cecil, come on, man. I got one." Crosby's nope. So
no, do you know Cecil sent my freshman stats to the SIAC? It was like, look how many catches this guy. This guy played every game. I said, Cecil, no, I didn't. He said, you got stats in every game. I said, oh, okay. Well, it's been nice knowing y'all.
He told me because I had a tackle in the first game we played at Clark. When we had those laundry basket jerseys, and I had a tackle on the kickoff, that he said that stat. I'm like, Cecil, man, that don't even count, bro. You shouldn't even be putting that for me, man. That was the first game of the season, my year.
That's the game to learn that you can't just show up on game day and wear a shield. You got to practice it of the week in the dome. I couldn't see nothing for a quarter. Man, take this thing off, man.
All right, man. So y'all see the difference between what we played and the way we play. So make we see the three conferences play. Who do you? I want to ask this on another level. Do they stay with the NCAA after this?
No. You and I have had this conversation for maybe 2 years now, where we've basically said, what do the NCAA do for the Power Five? They do nothing. The NCAA just collects a check because the Power Fives have to be affiliated with them. The pandemic has proven, without a shadow of a doubt, the business model of college athletics is terrible. We talked about this so much, Glaze, where the NCAA is basically operating on a 1945, 1950 manual. Right. Nobody could see when we got college athletics popping that we would get these TV deals, that guys would become like household names that, you know, all of these things are playing a factor, and so you have universities really looking at this model. They're saying, listen, what do we gain by being with the NCAA? Listen, we can go create our own deals. Listen, who would ever think we would have an ACC network, an SEC network? Again, you have Notre Dame as an how is Notre Dame an independent? Why? How ain't nobody made them? Listen, you either jump in the conference or you don't play football. But because of the money, we have a situation now where you like, hey, once this pandemic is over, Glaze, and probably as soon as next year, these Power 5 schools are going to say, basically kind of like what the NAIA did. Man, listen, we can create our own thing, our own bylaws, our own rules. No, we don't need the NCAA. NCAA, you go govern the FCS, Division II, Division, because that's what y'all made a statement about. Y'all ain't said nothing about FBS because you know you can't. Mark Emmert, you're a joke, dude. Joke.
And like you said, you ain't cutting the deals with ESPN.
No,
you ain't cutting the deals.
They don't know you.
Mark Emmert, hey, we're gonna do this because, and you said that, Mace, they still trying to hold on to that 1950s book. Now they can write their own rules, they can create their own league, they can basically it's gonna be very interesting to see on this. But I think if they go ahead and do this without the other colleges and the other schools and the other conferences playing, I think the NCAA will be they won't be holding on to these schools much longer. So it should be very interesting to see.
It's done, man. No, it's done. And we can't be mad at it, Glaze. We can't be mad at it. I mean, it is what it is now.
When the NCAA kept trying to hold on and look, guys, we're not saying that a $45,000 scholarship to a big school ain't nothing. But when you saying, do you paying this and the school's bringing in 800 million or 8 billion, that's two different numbers. You talking two different numbers. You ain't just paying off the concession stands anymore. When your coaches can coach and make $20 million a year and have 3 houses, sell a beach house, and I got a house downtown here, and I got a house in this recruiting area, I can just do that. So it's going to be very interesting to see. And this is big money, man. It's bigger than Nino Brown. We done told y'all.
Go on and hit him with your line real quick, Glaze. Hit him with your line, Glaze.
Hey,
hit him with your business line, Glaze.
They're not businessmen. They are a business, man. That's what they are. Jay-Z has forever given me that line. That would be my favorite line for life. And I didn't understand.
You made me refocus on that, Glaze, because what we do and the relationships we've built, one of the things that always comes back up is that line, dude. And I used to try to ignore it, Glaze, but
can't miss, man.
I mean, it's right there in your face, man, and they slap you with it daily.
And what y'all don't know, man, we used to have all these kids on the show, man. Me and Make Sure was quietly telling them after the show, hey, take care of yourself. Yeah, but I'm doing it. Hey, take care of yourself. Make sure everything's in a row. Make sure the way you act off the field. It's a difference. There's too many cameras. There's too many everything that you have to in this business. Trevor Lawrence doesn't normally speak, Maceo, but when it came to this, he's been on Twitter almost every day to let's play because of his power.
That's why I gave him a huge shout out, because they told us after his freshman year he don't have to play another down of college football.
He's the number one pick. Everybody's like, he's the number one pick.
He's been the number one pick since he was a freshman in high school when he first burst on the scene.
Yeah. And then your boy just said last year, if he's number one, I'm gonna be fighting for that number one. Justin is good. He's a business now. So Ohio State, and I think if they do this and opt out, that will make Justin. This is his 3rd year.
He's 3 years removed. He's eligible for the draft.
He's eligible for the draft. He's done everything he's supposed to do. He came. Y'all opted out the season. I'm good. I'm good. So that's my 3rd year. Be careful what you ask for, because Justin, and you can see in both of them probably going 1-2 next year, because you'll be crazy not to try to get those 2 kids. That's
quarterback, protect the quarterback, go get the quarterback. Yeah, okay.
And that first one you always say is the quarterback. It's not the protect the quarterback.
It starts there. It starts there. If you don't get that position right, you're not right. Period.
I want to ask you this, man. I know you talked to some people yesterday, and I want to keep it in the pandemic. I think this is a very important topic we're talking about today. I have been watching, and I don't know, as you talk to more than me, and you've been around, and you talked to Kenyatta yesterday, how the high schools react. I'm a little watching this because I'm a little more concerned about high schools because they don't go back to their dorms or their protected bubble. They go home to Big Mama. They go home to, and it's not just the schools in the city of Atlanta. You got to talk about a lot of these rural counties, like, I mentioned Lincoln County. And I know a lot of the people down there who don't have the potential health things. And they might not be, and Lincoln County has had a bad outbreak of the coronavirus down there. So I look at everything, and I really want to know your thoughts on what you've heard about the GHSA and playing high school sports. And I'm just going to stick with Georgia. I heard about it around the country. I think they're going to play, but I want to know what you've heard. And I really want to bring this up because you are my high school. And I know Day talked about it. I know you talked with was on Day's show talking about it as well. So what's your thoughts about what high school going to do?
So here we go. Got this today. Competitions, fall competition has been pushed back to the middle of September, which is now it becomes September 14th. Will be reevaluated closer to that date. So this is what we know, Glaze. We look at what happened at was that North Paulding.
North Paulding and Cherokee too.
Etowah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, we saw what happened there. Always comes back to resources. Like, how many of these kids? How many of these kids have even been tested?
Right.
Probably not many.
Right.
So this is how we get these outbreaks because, and we talk about asymptomatic individuals. Listen, I may never show symptoms, but the person next to me may.
All right.
Like you just say, Glaze, who you going home to? We know that a lot of these kids, live with grandma, grandpa.
Yeah.
Mom is elderly.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people truly have health insurance? Listen, this test is not cheap.
No.
And so are we going to continue to pretend that, you know what, hey, until somebody shows symptoms, we're going to just keep going status quo? Because the word I continue to use during this thing, liability.
Right.
Nobody is going to say it, but listen, what we know about everybody, if it's a quick dollar enough, I'm a sue.
Yeah, I'm a sue. This is a different league, man.
I'm a sue. And signing these waivers, I love to hear people talk about this waiver because you have for every waiver you talk about people signing, you got some lawyer over here talking about some bruh. Man, we'll chew that waiver.
that 10 lawyers already got the waiver in their hand, like we're gonna fight them on this right here. We already gonna kill them on this. I was riding down from Savannah today, and you know how many signs I saw about accident lawyers?
every other billboard.
Every other billboard was about accident lawyers. Man, they already like this. Let them play if you want to. We got to get paid up with it. Let them play. We already got our defense together, baby. Go ahead and let them play. Go ahead and let them play. I hope. And look, man, and you mentioned it. And think about this, Mace. The two schools that are in the news now in Georgia are North Paulding and Etowah, which are in affluent areas, which are with people with money. These are I stay near Etowah, and I know these schools, and I know people who go to these schools. And I'm like, for them to have this outbreak and have to shut it down, it was like, that was two of the biggest schools you didn't want to see.
Right.
And I'm not saying, but think about some of the inner city, the DeKalb schools, and not the ones that can afford it, but some of them can't. And, like you said, everybody's doing that test, even though everybody's not doing the test. Everybody's not taking care of them. And I really, really worry about a lot of us in our community, the Black community with diabetes, high blood pressure, and all of that. Those kids go home, everybody. They don't go to a dorm. They don't go to a protected bubble. They go home.
Think about the kid up at Johns Creek, Glaze, he lost his mom and dad.
Yes.
And so they don't know if he gave it to them, if they gave it to him. I mean, no, we don't know.
Right.
Clearly, nobody was tested.
Exactly.
And this is what I keep continuing. I ask people all the time, have you had the test? Dude, I've had the test 3 times. Listen, I hadn't stopped working since the pandemic.
Right.
I gotta be out there every day. Dude, I've been tested. I done took that Q-tip up to the brain 3 times already.
Oh, oh man, that keeps
Listen, it's real. And that again, dog, that test is not cheap.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
And it's just also getting into the right facilities, man. Once you get it, catching it early. The NCAA, and that brings us back, I'm bringing this full circle. Power 5 have $1 billion money. So they can have people that are testing every day, checking the temperature, giving you a nice little Febreze bath. I call it Febreze bath before you walk on the field. You sprayed, once the game is over, they taking all your equipment and putting it in there and processing it down and spraying it, and that's the thing that people don't realize. So they are different when you talk about power. When we talk about the smaller schools that don't have that, in the high schools, this is a whole different thing, man. It's a whole different thing. So it's going to be very interesting. Like you said, they keep moving in. They're hoping to get this season in, but it's going to be very different. What you got there, man?
And man, Lisa, just I was trying to hold this story, but Lisa want the smoke on it. So the Justin Hunter story, kid, the young Ricky, and for the Seattle Seahawks, he gets cut today because he tried to sneak somebody into the hotel. He dressed up. Listen, hey, great plan. A lot of thought and execution went into this. He dressed up in Seattle Seahawks gear, thinking that maybe somebody was like, hey, she must be team personnel. You got one problem, though, young Justin. That stuff probably didn't fit her. A lot of this stuff is made like when they give you your bag, your stuff is probably your size. You know what I'm saying? So it probably was like extra large. And probably the female, you probably brought it to the hotel. It probably was sagging on. It just didn't look. All of this stuff fits today. So this young man is out of a job because, in the words of Maceo Hurd Sr., that thing undefeated. That thing undefeated.
I blame
Emmanuel Glaze.
I blame Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion because they got that man out there singing that song, looking for that. He said, "WAP." He running around singing that old Frank Ski song, and he heard that. He was like, "You know what? I got a plan. I'm gonna put it in Seattle gear. Yeah. I'm gonna get in that gear, and it won't look bad." And somebody probably like, look at here, look at here.
They watch him walk all the way. Now they watch him walk all the way across the lobby. Get her to the. Listen, I hope it was worth it.
Look, he like. Look. When did they let him get on? Did they let him go ahead and do it and just say we're gonna fire him?
They probably let him go through with the act, everything. He probably was walking her out, and as he would head back to his room with that Kool-Aid smile on his face, he probably got that phone call. We need you to bring your
Can you imagine? Thank you, girl. Put on that Seattle stuff. I'll be talking to you later. Maybe we can try this tomorrow. No, you won't, sir. Come on to the room. Bring your playbook. Bring your playbook. Who you thought you were, Russell Wilson? He don't want to bring Sierra up in there like that. You can't be doing this, man. You ain't no. Come on, bro.
It's levels to this thing. Rook. See that's why people don't like rookies, man. You damn rook. That's why people don't like rookies.
And you know how many snitches they got up in them hotels and those bubbles ready for this stuff, man? They probably they just looked at him while he walked away. Myself, they just looked at him.
And Glaze, in a phrase that you used earlier, because this thing is bigger than Nino Brown. Think about the ripple effect this does across the league. Now, do you know what's going to be the topic of the meeting tomorrow?
Myself, I gotta agree with you. Lisa, talk about, can you imagine telling your mama you lost your NFL gig? He gonna walk around like Craig and Day. I heard you got fired over some boxers. Over some WAP. You got fired over some WAP.
Hey man, Maceo Hurd Sr. set me down. I can't even remember the age, but he was like, "Hey, only 2 things changing this bravado that you got going on in this house right now. You either done got money, you either done got rich, or that thing got you." My dad is, hey, listen, Maceo Hurd Sr. say in life, it's 3 things that are undefeated: the 72 Dolphins, taxes, and that thing. You decide.
Mama probably like, baby, in the NFL, we good. He gonna get me that. Oh my God, we work so hard for this, all those practices, all that. What? You heard Cardi B and Meg the Stallion, it got you hot. Oh, and look. Now I'm not gonna go there because it might sound bad, but bruh, two things I never understand, man. I don't know. I would never smoke weed because I've seen people give up their life for weed. I've seen it, and it's undefeated. That thing has got you have lost your dream job and it's always one. It's always somewhere around 21, 22. And it probably some vet looking at him like this, dog, don't do it, bro. You know what? You hard-headed. Nah, I'm gonna put him in some Seattle clothes, bro. We're gonna he gonna look like a dude. She gonna look like one of us, bro. They ain't gonna even know it, dog. They ain't gonna even know it. They ain't gonna even know it.
Lando Thompson, what's that thing? You know what that thing is, Lando. Hey man, listen. That thing can listen. It cause wars. It end wars. If you watch First 48, if you watch Snapped, if you watch Dateline, hey man,
oh man,
unbelievable. Listen, this took me back to shout out to Miss J and Miss Amy who were.
He probably went home to my Pop's tripping. Coach Carroll tripping. He said I brought in a girl. I ain't bringing no girl. Coach Carroll tripping. He didn't want that. He probably sound like
it's video footage everywhere, my dog.
You got your video, bro.
Dude, you gonna be a meme for a long time, dog. For a long time.
Gary said they pulled up the cheetahs on him. They brought the cameras of cheetahs on him, bro.
Dude, listen. All my years of coaching, yeah. I would always tell my boys, "Hey, listen, I know when that thing got you, man. I know. We've all been there, man. Hey, man, listen. 72 Dolphins. Excuse me, 72 Dolphins.
Yeah.
Crack, taxes, and that thing.
Yeah.
All undefeated, dog. You're gonna lose.
You know how many fights we've seen in our life because of that? A bro we looking at, he just crying because she did this and this boy. Man, you know how many fights we've seen over this? You lost your job. Man, so now he got to drive Amazon trucks because he now delivering packages for Amazon because he couldn't wait to just get through the training camp. He couldn't wait. He had to, he thought he was, he saw, He
this is what he don't understand, Glaze. Imagine once you make the team. How about that? How about just saying, you know what, man? Because he ain't even got no NFL. He ain't even got a game check yet. So why not wait? Focus on camp. Let your name ring out. Go make plays. Get the Fox NFL Sunday. Somebody do a story about you and all of a sudden, dog, your count is so crazy that, dog, you good everywhere you go, man. You good.
You like people around here who won't wear masks. You crazy. Just wear it for a little while, man, and then you can get through and have a life. Just hold off for a little bit, man. But nah, bro, I'm an NFL player. You know what? They probably told that man take off. He probably couldn't even take none of Seattle. You know how they give him the Seattle gear that he wore? They're like, no. Give me all that.
We need all that.
Give me all that. No, you can't even wear the gear.
Listen, everybody, listen. Don't be mad at me about this. If you've ever seen the movie, what's the name of that movie? Janky Promoters. Ice Cube, Mike Epps, Young Jeezy. Dog, instead of trying to sneak something in, dog, it's hotel staff, it's restaurant staff who know that you're a Seattle Seahawk. Why not just, talk up on that?
Or focus on your book for a little while, learn the plays. You're playing with Russell Wilson. You got a shot, but nope. Just now, it was more important to dress somebody up in Seattle gear. Think you're gonna sneak them by some of the most trained. people don't realize the NFL don't hire just anybody. They hire ex FBI,
ex FBI dog, Secret Service dog. They got
Secret Service people.
They got the best of the best working for them, man.
So they look for everything. They looking at look. She probably had her nails tight too. She probably walked in and she probably had her hands out. The nails were tight. She probably was looking, and then and look, she probably was smelling like. Wait a minute. Whoa.
Oh yeah, she smelled like that whole back aisle of Bath and Body
Works. Whoa. Probably the whole hotel was smelling like her when she walked through.
Like,
you know, they
well, she smelled like a whole thing of edible arrangements.
He talking about sneaking her in. What he thought he was going to do? Yo, we ain't did this in a while, but you get the really of the next 2 weeks because of that. Your grandma and your mama them and your papa them thought they had a chance to see their baby on Sundays. They'll see him all right. He'll be at home watching with them.
I sure hope he got a degree, man. I sure hope he got a college degree because it's time to go and activate that thing. Now you were running joking again. Afternoon meetings tonight, meetings in the morning. Guess what? Guess what they got to bring up? Let me remind you guys that listen, it's not worth it. Let's get through camp. And you can get all that you want, man. You get all that you want. How about focus on your job right now, man?
Just.
This story, it was funny, but the story it hurt my feelings as well because first of all, it give Erica more fuel to her fire. Y'all know I hate when Erica right. I just absolutely hate when Erica right. Hate she right.
Yeah, you had to give her credit because she was right on this one, dog. I mean, it's just,
Garrett,
this is what they probably is.
Garrett said he got tired of playing Madden by himself every night. Man, go in your homeboy room, man. Y'all go in there and tell some lies, man. Go tell some lies till you go to sleep, man. Man, you go tell some lies, man. Go tell some lies and go to bed, man. Jesus Christ. I hate it here, Glaze.
And you know how we do too, man. His friends were like, my boy is with Seattle. Hey, ain't your boy the one got? Yeah, that's
him. That's him.
The one you bragged about? Yeah, that's him. Yeah, man. Yeah.
And he was in a good position, though. He was good. He was gonna probably make noise. He was gonna make this team, man.
He had a shot, man. He had a shot.
Marlon say got to take that car back now. Hopefully he ain't went and got no car yet. Hopefully he ain't went and got no car. Cause that note gonna be hell.
Oh, I thought it was. Is it Kimas Severin Mace? Is that him?
Yeah. That's him.
I'm sorry. Yeah. With this dude. Yeah, he was the one cut. Kimar, I'm saying his name wrong.
From Oregon State. From Oklahoma State. Playmaker, dog. It was a playmaker.
Hold on, I'm doing something real quick. So, Kimar, he was sneaking a girl in, and so he thought he was gonna get that in there. But yeah, man, he's that guy now who will be always a part of lore for the rest of his life. He will be that guy. He will be. He screwed up big time. He screwed up big time. Yeah, man. Hey, man, what else you got, bro? What else you want to finish with today, bro?
Man, so I have to give you kudos on this. The Rick Ross 2 Chainz versus. Great music. I love both of their music, but I keep stressing that personalities matter in these versus battle, and these guys they ain't got no personality, man. I was disappointed.
The best thing about that was when they brought out the shoe modelers. That's the best thing about the whole versus, man.
But did you see the way they was throwing the money on the shoe model? He wasn't even interested.
It's look, guys, the verses is supposed to be energetic. I know people like the Fabo versus Jada, but Jada was drunk the whole time. I need that
personality. He got personality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need that Snoop. And Snoop knew his lyrics still. Snoop was rapping every song. X still was, when he grunted, that's the energy. Because we all know your song. We all know what y'all were going to play. But Rick Ross sitting there, he got his shirt on. Look, Rick, I know you lost a lot of weight, man, but some things we still can't show out here in these streets. I mean, we still can't. I know you're eating pears and stuff, but we still can't show that. So, yeah, man. That was terrible. That was terrible. Great song, like you said. I love the music.
Great song. And shout out to Ross. Ross say, listen, Ross say, man, he want to do another. He said he got 20 more songs that he can give somebody.
Make sure, we talk about this every week. So here's what I'm saying. I think this now. You think Wayne could go against Drake?
Musically, yes, but Wayne ain't got no personality, man. Wayne, have you ever tried to watch Lil Wayne little radio show?
I saw it. I'm sorry. You're right. Well, yeah, because
he be too high. He be too high.
Yeah, you're right.
Then he got that little whiny voice. Wayne. Man, get out of here, Weezy.
And we know he gonna have stuff in his cup too. So yeah. We still on this mission, guy. We still on the mission to see him go against Drake because Drake got hits. I did his iTunes Essential. Man, I forgot half the songs that Catman did, man. He got hits. The man got hits.
Drizzy tough, dog. Drizzy is tough. Drizzy tough out here, man. And for you got to pack your lunch if you're gonna come give it to Drake, dog. You gonna boy. I got to give you kudos, man, for the E-Glade Chronicles, man. You had an outstanding week, my dude.
Hey, thank you, brother.
Go back. I was in there slanging that 225 the other day. I was trying to get out before 7, but the way the weight room is set up, I was over there. I had to lay on the floor. I had to lay down, bleed a while, then get up and fight.
Man, we ain't young cats no more, man. What are you doing? I know you. What you trying to get an extra year? What you trying to do, man?
Glaze.
I know you're in great shape, but man, you're hitting the weights hard.
I'm not in great shape yet, Glaze. I'm getting close. I'm not in great shape yet because I still put my hands on my knees between sets, and I'm trying to fight that.
Let me ask this: are you running in November?
I'm scheduled to run in November, but the way this is set up, I think we're gonna be virtually running on a treadmill or something.
If it happens,
I mean, I'm registered. I just can't see a scenario right now where they're gonna be able to put as many people that run the Peachtree Road Race in that vicinity, and I mean, you're gonna have A to Z weighs about 3-4 times to try to pull it. I just don't see it happening. And listen, they're definitely not trying to give us no refund on that thing right now. they like, hey, we're gonna keep y'all money in escrow.
Now, Lisa, they moved the Peachtree Road Race. Make sure it runs every year. They moved it to. I think
it's in November. It's Thanksgiving morning.
Thanksgiving morning. Real quick, next week, make sure I just want to let you know we got a guest, Allison Fillmore, executive director of the Tour Championship, will be on next week. We're going to talk to her about this. If you didn't hear, we didn't get a chance to talk about it, about the Masters saying that there won't be any fans. The tour is going to be the same way. It's just going to be an event. Yeah. Allison will be on the show next week with us to talk about this.
I think Allison really knows that I love her. Allison is so lit, man. Allison jumped on the post the other day and basically broke down that I had my snack posts up, and she was like, she ate Nutty Buddies all through her pregnancies. Listen, we give y'all some of the craziest information, man. It's just crazy, man. But that's what we do, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was a little nervous with Jovita yesterday. She big time, bro. It's just big time,
But this is the thing, and she laughs about this all the time too. We were able, when we had her in, and what you did with her yesterday, people get to see, and that's just kind of the beauty of what we do. People kind of see the other side of these people. We kind of know how to bring that out of people. You know what I'm saying? Because I always laugh because it was so crazy. Somebody hit me. Matter of fact, we were actually finishing up, and one of the dudes in the gym, he was like, "Hey man, I couldn't finish my set because Glaze over here, he got Jovita on here, and her lighting is perfect."
Meanwhile, my boo. Now you see what you see how what hating is. I've been able to do this show without any interruption. I had Jovita, my stuff was going in and out. That's some hate, man. My internet be hating. That's some internet hate. But hey, man. So next week, y'all make sure you tune in. We have our family, Allison Fillmore, the executive director of the Tour Championship, the FedEx Cup, and all of that stuff. We're going to fill you in. Just give you, and we're going to see how they're going to do it this year. And we'll probably be able to sneak in because we will be media. We're going to probably be able to cover it because they won't have many people there.
And we're family, so yeah, we good.
We'll be able to get there. And like I said, man, we're going to keep you updated. I think this topic won't go away. I think by the time we have another show, we'll know. I think we'll have a confirmation on all 3 leagues. I think that. I think it will only be 3 leagues playing football next year.
Yeah.
This year.
You saw the Heisman Trophy. So they're giving out a Heisman Trophy this year. They said they're giving out a Heisman.
So it'd be 3 conferences. But it's just going to be a very fun week. Yeah, man. Anybody want? Hey, man. Thank you guys for showing up, man. We had fun.
We love y'all, man. Listen, we appreciate y'all, man. We couldn't do this thing without y'all, man. And listen, y'all think we be doing stuff. We got so much in store, man. Like we really, man, hit y'all aside here. We told y'all all the stuff that was in the works, man. Y'all really be like, man, y'all need to cut it, man. Even in the pandemic.
And I said this, and I tell everybody, I put Maceo against Shannon Sharp versus Stephen A. Smith.
They don't want this smoke. They don't want this smoke, man.
I'm telling y'all, man. Tell your people about
it. Uncle Shay don't want this smoke. Once I get him outside of LeBron, the Lakers, no, he had no more footing in the ground, man.
Hey,
and I love Shay Sharp. I love Shay Sharp.
The funniest thing I've seen the last 2 weeks, though, he started naming all those clubs. He started Body Tap. He started naming. I'm like,
but you know why he did that, Glade? Because he frequented all of those spots.
Yeah.
Shay Sharp is an ATL legend in them strip clubs, dog. Listen,
he got jerseys in a lot of these places. Shay Sharp in all of them.
He is a downstairs Magic City legend, and for y'all to listen, everybody can't go downstairs in Magic City. So to be able to go downstairs and listen. Shay Sharp, I always gonna have love for Shay Sharp for stuff like that, but that GOAT James mask and all that stuff, man, it's time to cut that, Shay Sharp. It's time to cut that. You're better than that, sir.
He's still swole too. He's still swole too. He's a big dude, man.
Listen, he still can't get Nicole Murphy though. Can't get Nicole Murphy.
Yeah, we're gonna end on that point.
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, let me jump in Nicole Murphy DM. You saw that thirst trap she sent the other day.
She ain't playing for undefeated, guys. Undefeated.
Yeah, I'm shooting into her DM right now, everybody.
Yeah. All right. Folks may still get us all in trouble. We'll see y'all next week, man. Y'all be good. Peace.
Love y'all, man. We gone.